Horses are often described as gentle giants, full of grace and power, but just like people, they have emotions they don't always show openly. Because they are prey animals, horses instinctively hide discomfort and distress, making it difficult for owners to recognize when something is wrong. That's why learning to spot the subtle signs of unhappiness is so important. Today, we'll uncover 7 silent clues your horse is secretly unhappy, what they really mean, and how you can respond to help your horse feel more secure and understood. One of the first silent clues is a change in ear position. Horses naturally move their ears to track sounds around them, but when those ears are consistently pinned back, flicking nervously, or angled in unusual ways, it often reveals irritation, anxiety, or discomfort. A horse whose ears are rarely neutral or forward may be quietly communicating that something in its environment feels wrong. Owners often dismiss ear flicking as random, but paying close attention to the consistency and context of these movements can give you an early warning that your horse is unsettled. In group settings, ears also reveal social tension. Horses will flick their ears back when they feel threatened or dominated by another, and noticing this can reveal unhappiness in herd dynamics. Another clue is tension around the eyes and mouth. Horses that feel uneasy often tighten the muscles around their eyes, squint slightly, or keep their mouths rigid instead of relaxed. In a calm state, a horse's face appears soft, the lips droop gently, and the eyes are rounded and peaceful. But when stress creeps in, subtle tightening transforms these features into a mask of unease. Some horses may even develop tension lines above the eyes, sometimes called worry wrinkles, which are clear indicators of unhappiness if you know to look for them. A horse that blinks less frequently than usual may also be showing mental strain, because blinking is associated with relaxation and comfort. Even changes as small as clamped lips or a frozen jaw during grooming can reveal unhappiness long before more obvious signals appear. A third sign is restless tail movement. While a gentle swish keeps flies away, constant or aggressive tail swishing signals frustration, irritation, or agitation. The tail is an extension of a horse's body language, and when it moves sharply or repeatedly without a clear external cause, it's worth investigating. Combined with pinned ears, tense muscles, or shifting weight, a restless tail often points to an emotional or physical discomfort that should not be ignored. Some horses even use their tail to deflect human contact when they are unhappy. Swatting during grooming, brushing, or saddling is not always a reaction to flies, but sometimes a signal of discontent. The fourth silent clue is unusual body posture. A horse that stands with a stiff back, shifts weight uneasily, or paces the stall may be showing mental distress or physical discomfort. Horses that are unhappy often cannot fully relax, and their posture will betray this unease even when everything else looks normal. You might see a horse bracing its body, refusing to stand evenly on all 4 legs, or adopting a stance that looks defensive. These subtle shifts in how they carry themselves reveal hidden discomfort long before more obvious problems emerge. A horse that continually paws the ground or leans into one side of a stall is not just restless. It is showing a pattern of unhappiness that needs closer attention. A fifth clue lies in appetite changes. Horses are creatures of routine, thriving on consistent feeding schedules. When a horse begins eating less, dropping feed, or showing disinterest in hay and grain, it often points to stress, anxiety, or hidden health issues. Appetite is one of the most reliable windows into equine well-being, and a sudden change is rarely random. Even slowing down at the water trough, chewing with less enthusiasm, or dunking hay and water more often than usual can be signals that your horse is unsettled. Horses under stress may also chew wood, crib, or show other oral habits that are their way of coping with emotional strain. These behaviors highlight that unhappiness is not only mental, but can affect physical patterns too. The sixth silent sign is social withdrawal. Horses are herd animals that rely heavily on companionship for safety and comfort. A horse that suddenly isolates itself, avoids interaction with you or other horses, or no longer shows interest in mutual grooming or play is quietly communicating distress. Social behavior shifts are some of the strongest indicators of unhappiness, especially when they appear suddenly in a horse that was previously engaged. When a naturally social animal begins pulling away, it is almost always a sign that something deeper is wrong. Even within herds, horses that consistently stand apart, graze at a distance, or avoid the water trough when others are nearby may be showing silent signs of emotional struggle. Finally, the seventh clue is a loss of curiosity. Horses are naturally inquisitive, exploring their environment with their eyes, ears, and nose. They investigate new objects, watch activity around them, and stay alert to changes. When a horse becomes unusually dull, disengaged, or unresponsive to surroundings, it often signals emotional stress or even depression. This lack of curiosity is one of the most telling signs of unhappiness, because it reflects a horse that has stopped seeking stimulation in an environment that no longer feels safe or enriching. A curious horse will often approach new people, reach out to sniff, or watch carefully when something changes nearby. A horse that fails to react at all may be shutting down emotionally. These 7 clues, ears that speak of unease, tense eyes and lips, restless tail swishing, rigid posture, appetite changes, social withdrawal, and a fading sense of curiosity, may appear small on their own, but together they paint a powerful picture of your horse's emotional state. Recognizing these signals early is vital, because unhappiness in horses rarely improves on its own. Instead, it can escalate into behavioral issues, health problems, or broken trust between horse and owner. A horse that withdraws quietly today may develop dangerous habits tomorrow if those emotions are left unaddressed. The good news is that once you understand these signs, you can take steps to help, providing consistent routines, more turnout time, opportunities for social interaction, and enrichment activities can restore comfort and confidence. Gentle grooming, calm human interaction, and awareness of physical health needs can also make a huge difference. A horse that feels understood and cared for will gradually show more relaxed body language, brighter expressions, and a return of curiosity. For some horses, changes as simple as more time outdoors, more consistent companionship, or adjusting feeding practices can completely transform their demeanor. Horses may not be able to speak, but through these silent signals, they tell us everything we need to know. It is up to us to listen with patience, respond with empathy, and provide the stability that allows them to thrive. By recognizing these 7 silent clues of unhappiness, you not only improve your horse's well-being, but also strengthen the bond you share. Because when a horse feels safe, understood, and valued, their true spirit shines through, transforming unhappiness into trust, calm, and connection. A happier horse is not just easier to handle. It is a reflection of the care, respect, and attention you bring to the relationship.